Hey guys, what's going on? It is James here, and we're looking at a cool new mod for Skyrim called Water, Water and Terrain Environment Redux, which basically increases the HD capability of the water and makes it look really nice, makes it look more realistic. Here is a vanilla water texture. This is just a normal one in Skyrim, and as I'm jumping here, you can see that the splash sort of radius is ridiculous. Like there wouldn't actually be like that in real life. And it's also raining, which makes it a better place so I can test this mod, see what it looks like. And now we're going to switch over to the modded version, and straight away you may not be able to see much difference, but as I come down to the water's edge it does look a lot more realistic. The textures are higher quality. There is an option to turn on water rocks, is what I'm looking at here now, so that the rocks actually look like they're got splashed with water, and you can see the jumping doesn't create a giant splash, and that just kind of adds to the feel of it, makes it look more realistic. The underwater mode is really nice. Like, it has a really cool effect. And I'm just looking at the water rocks again at the water's edge. Now I do test this mod in a couple of different places, and just for the lulz I thought I'd decide to shoot a fish, because I like that. So yeah, it does look really nice. There is an option to turn off the plants underwater, but I chose not to take that option because I like the plants. Why would you take off the plants? So yeah, it does look very realistic. It's definitely a good mod. Alright, here I am installing the mod, and there's 5 different plants. You can choose a get wet, where your character actually does get wet, the splash, which I showed earlier, the watery rocks, which I was trying to show earlier, and there's another thing called animated trough water, which basically means that in water troughs the water does move a little bit. Now there's an option to turn off plants, but I didn't tick that one because, why would you want to turn off plants, to be honest? And there we go, that's how you install the mod.
You're someone who
Next
can get things
place is
done.
in Whiterun, and this is vanilla water textures. Yeah, it looks okay. This is recorded on high texture quality, and it looks alright, kind of realistic, but at the sides it does look kind of a bit dodgy, not brilliant. And look in the drop, it just looks like a pane of glass. It just doesn't look like water at all. And yeah, kind of glitched down a little bit there. Yeah, so that's alright. It's livable, but here we go, and we switch over to the HD water mod, and it does make a big difference. The water looks a lot more realistic. It doesn't look great at the sides still, but I'm sure that's going to be improved on later. And it does look like it's properly flowing, and all the white means there's lots of bubbles, which means there's been a lot of activity in the water, and like the glare from it is really cool. And here we are, just showing the other part of the mod. Look at the trough water, and you'll see it very slowly moving. Now, you may not think that's a big deal, but it does kind of add to the realism of Skyrim, and you're always trying to get it more realistic.
What he's teaching her.
And here's the final place I show it. I show it at a waterfall, and this is the vanilla, and there's a giant stark contrast between the edge of the water and the shore. And as I go swimming along, you see when I come to the surface, it doesn't really look that great. It's a totally kind of different colour from underwater, and it doesn't really look that nice. You can see in the waterfall off in the distance, it looks alright, but it just doesn't look very realistic. And the water near the waterfall should be a lot more, white, like this. This is, it's alright. It's kind of low res. And here we go, we turn to the mod again, and the water immediately looks a lot better. There's still an issue with the water on the sides. I think that needs to be worked on a little bit more, because it just kind of adds to realism. And these are the water rocks again. They look pretty good. You can actually see that they look damp because they're a lot darker. And I also didn't notice it, but you leave a really nice sort of ripple trail that looks very realistic. It's like photorealistic, and everything under the water just looks awesome as well. So here we go, and go swim over to the waterfall again to see if it looks any better, and I believe it does look a lot better. I mean, underwater it just looks crazy because it has that weird sort of focus where you go up straight to something, everything blurs in the background. I know there's a mod for that, but it kind of does it automatically underwater. And here we go, we're arriving at the waterfall again, and that just looks a lot more realistic. It's very clear here that the mod is really good, and it does make a lot of difference. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Remember to rate, comment, maybe subscribe if you're feeling cool, and peace out.